Hey friends, welcome back to Healthy Grocery Girl. I'm Megan Roosevelt, your registered dietitian, and today we're making chocolate chip cookies. This video also happens to be a collab with the icing artist and the vegetarian baker. Make sure to go watch both of their videos after you watch my video, and there'll be links below in the description box. Chocolate chip cookies are classic. They're one of my favorites, and my recipe includes whole wheat pastry flour. However, for those that are gluten-free, I'm going to share with you some tips on how you can make my recipe gluten-free. What we're going to be using today is this mix. This is from Bob's Bread Mill, and it's 1 cup to 1 cup a swap, so you don't even have to think about it. If your recipe calls for a cup of whole wheat flour, you can swap it out with a cup of this flour, which is gluten-free. However, if you don't want to use a baking mix, what you can also do is if you see a cup of whole wheat flour, you can use a cup of gluten-free flour, whether that's almond flour or coconut flour, but then you also need to add in 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum or guar gum for every cup of your gluten-free flour. And that's really important because it is going to help all of your ingredients stick together. Gluten naturally has a very elastic property that helps everything stick together. So if you move to a gluten-free flour, you need another ingredient that's going to really help with that elasticity. So again, what you're going to want to do is either, for this recipe, 1 cup of whole wheat flour, 1 cup of your gluten-free flour mix, or 1 cup of your gluten-free flour plus 1/4 teaspoon of your xanthan gum or guar gum. I hope that helps you guys out. Let's get started with this recipe. To make this recipe, you will need 1½ cups of whole wheat or gluten-free flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of coconut butter, 3/4 cup of coconut sugar, 1 flax egg, which is a combination of 1 tablespoon of ground flax seeds and 3 tablespoons of water, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/3 cup of non-dairy milk, and then 1/2 cup of dark chocolate chips. The first step is to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, so we'll let the oven warm up while we make our cookie dough. In a small bowl, add in your flour, baking soda, and sea salt and mix together. Then in a medium-sized bowl or a stand mixer, add in your coconut butter and coconut sugar and mix together. You may need to scrape down the sides occasionally to help all of the ingredients really mix together. Then add in your flax egg, vanilla extract, and non-dairy milk and give it another really good mix. Then add in your flour mixture half at a time. So our cookie dough is all ready to go. Next, we're just going to fold in our dark chocolate chips. And the best part about vegan cookies is that you can eat the cookie dough and you don't have to worry about salmonella because there are no eggs in this recipe. It's completely vegan. So good. And that's it. That's how you make my chocolate chip cookies. For full details on this recipe, head on over to HlthyGroceryGrl.com, and don't forget to connect with me on social media. I'll put my links below. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, thank you for subscribing. I'm Megan Roosevelt, your registered dietitian. I will see you in the next video, but right now I'm gonna have some of these cookies because they just look delicious.